except really it contains water. So I'm really freaking everybody out because I'm super hyper as it is. So they think I'm all jacked up, but really it's just water.
So how excited are you to be a part of a Country Throwdown tour?
Well, it's been great. It's been really, it's really been a lot of camaraderie. It's been, I mean, a lot of my friends, all of us have known each other a long time from Montgomery's Entry. Jamie Johnson's been my dear friend for a long time. Little Big Town. Everybody pretty much on this tour, except for the brand new people who now we're learning. You know, we're gaining all new friends. And so it's really like a rolling party and a rolling family. And we're jamming with each other, we're writing with each other. It's the way a tour should be. So I mean, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm also loving being a part of building something new and fresh in country music.
Oh, I mean, don't you think it's about time country got their own like roving tour like this?
Yeah, you know, I mean, Kevin Lyman and Sarah, they were so smart to move this over to country. The Warped Tour took a lot of time to build, and look what it is now. I mean, it's this amazing event, and if you know, people literally say, "Man, I was on the Warped Tour," and that means something.
Oh, yeah.
That's like saying, for a country music person, I played the Grand Ole Opry, or you know, I won an ACM or something like that. So to be a part of this and watch it build is really cool.
Good. So what can you share with our sight riggers about your music?
Well, it kicks ass, actually. I think that's what I can say, candidly speaking. I mean, you know, there are a couple of girls on this tour. They're all fabulous. Everybody's, you know, like I said, we're all friends. Some are brand spanking new, so, you know, a lot of them you haven't heard yet on the radio. The cool thing about being the only female sort of established artist out here on this thing is that I think I get to add a little bit of edge to it. My music is a combination of all my influences, from really stone country to great blues, rock and roll, rhythm and blues, southern rock, and all of that just sort of like mix it all up in a big bowl, and that's kind of explains my music. And so it's kind of like Waylon Jennings meets Loretta Lynn meets Janis Joplin.
So if you
and a lot of energy.
If you have a dream artist to collaborate with one day, who would it be?
Oh, there's so many that I've been so fortunate to be able to record with some of my biggest heroes. My first album with Trick Pony, I recorded with Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings, Hank Jr., Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, George Jones, Loretta Lynn. But I really would love to someday have an opportunity to get in there with Bonnie Raitt, one of my biggest heroes. Something about chick harmonica player and her on the slide. I don't know, I just think we could do something really killer. Bonnie Raitt would be one. Tom Petty would be another one. Just that whole musical vibe would really mesh. Yeah, I know, and they're coming to Nashville too. I know, I'm trying to take my whole band. But yeah, I think that, I mean, just off the top of my head, those two.
So which one of your songs holds a special place in your heart, and why?
The one that makes me the most money. You know what? Songs that are mile markers in your career. When I came out with Trick Pony, we were signed to Warner Brothers in 2000. We came out with the first record. There was a song called Pull Me that came out that had a really dirty twang to it, and it had like a kind of a rawness to it, and it sounded so fresh on the radio, and it did really, really great for us, and it really opened the door for us. So that song will always hold a special place in my heart. The very same can be said of a song called Johnny and June that I wrote. I wrote for me too, and co-wrote Johnny and June. As not just a tribute to a couple that I had the great fortune of knowing and spending time with, but more like for all of us. It's a song like for the ages. It's a song for all of us. Little kids love that song, and 70-year-olds love that song. And so I think probably those two, because they've really sort of, Johnny and June marks me stepping out on my own as a solo artist. And in country music, that's not been very successful in the past. A country act leaving a band, and a front man, and leaving a band and starting their own thing. It's not usually worked. And in this case, it's proving to work. And so it's just, you know, that song kind of proves that it really put me on the map as a solo artist. So it's special, very special to me.
So do you think that, I mean, obviously it's a very positive thing that we're seeing a lot of genre crossing and, people collaborating with each other. And, I think country music is one where people of all ages can relate to it. It's not always just one specific age group. It's something that speaks to the masses.
That's what's great about country music is, the one thing that we have absolutely got to do, with help from even you guys, is that we've got to realize that country music is you do not need to deduct IQ points for somebody that listens to country music. It's not a dumb genre. It's a smart genre. It's blue collar. It's white collar. It's the working man. It's the Wall Street. Stop. Man. It's the kids. It's a lifestyle. But the great thing is now we're broadening our horizons and we're taking from so many different genres and influences from all over the country. We've got, Keith from Australia, and he's got his own flavor. And I think it's just time that we kind of get rid of that whole, I'm proud to be, part hillbilly. I'm proud of that simplicity and that country music lends itself to. But I also think that it's very smart music, and I think that it's fashionable. We have a ton of it's like people automatically think that we have no fashion sense, or that we're, to me, I look at country music and I go, hey, it talks to 6-year-olds and it talks to everybody in between, and I love that we're broadening our horizons.
That's great. So what are your plans for the rest of the summer into the fall?
A lot of touring, and we'll be putting out a new single this summer, and then a brand new album this fall, following that first single up. So, and I'm really excited about where this music is going. It's a little edgier than that first solo record. It's a little bit more tempo than that first solo record. So it's the kind of record that I think you're going to want to crank up at a party or on your boat, but yet it's still got a lot of substance to it too. And it's just going to be very dynamic. It's going to take you up and bring you back down. And so I'm pretty stoked about it. And it doesn't sound like anybody else out there.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
What a concept.
So, is there any final message or comment you'd like to share with our site readers?
That I love Sarah Buxton. Not like that. And Jay Hughes, I love them both. Speaking of Australia, hello, I was just talking about your home country. I could listen to him talk forever. No, I think that, my last comments? Yeah, I want you to buy my records, and I want you to come see a show, because girls can kick ass, okay? We can write, we can play instruments well, and sing our asses off. Sorry for the vulgar whatever, but you don't care.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.